For my research paper, I will be doing the story The Odyssey. The Odyssey is written by the Greek poet Homer. Homer is, like I said, from Greece, the ancient Greece. I think it's important to understand where ancient Greece was in their religious beliefs at the time, their social structure, kind of why they believed and why he would write something like that. Greece is located along the southeastern corner of Europe. It is next to Turkey. It is surrounded by three seas: the Mediterranean, the Ionian, and the Aegean Sea. Turkey is also a part of Asia Minor. Very, very culturally rich societies, especially on the lower half of the Mediterranean, the North Africa coastline. Very cultural rich there. Anyway, early in Greek culture, we see that they're very agricultural. They're very small groups of people spread out. Then they did get the idea to colonize together to form bigger subsets of a city-state. A city-state is separate states run by separate governments, how they see governments, oligarchy governments. But while they're separate, they're united in the same brotherhood in terms of war, in terms of trade, just different political point of views. But the downside to their colonization is that the agriculture can't support them. The land won't allow it. The population it's not enough turnover time. So the Greeks then resort to sea trade, along with Asia Minor, with North Africa, parts of Europe. These are where the three seas become very, very important. It's also very important, the sea trade is, because the Greek religion is based around polytheism. Polytheism is the belief in many gods, not just a one god. The Greeks believe that Zeus is the father, the main creator of all gods there is. Turkey, not far from them, believes in Cybele. Cybele is the belief that she is a mother of all gods. It's not specific whether that's Zeus himself or maybe Zeus is the father, doesn't say. But it really, Turkey, in the eyes of the Greek religious beliefs, it's this kind of a step up on the pedestal, and it's very enlightens them to how they would believe, kind of what they believe in the Greek gods. Then there's other gods like Athena, Aphrodite, and Hades that are over the separate city-states that they're kind of the control for. They can even come down in human form, as we see in ancient literature, and actually take on the human form to intervene in certain conflicts. As the Greeks continue colonizing, the historians come to classify this later period as the classical period. Classical period is where we get men like Alexander the Great to introduce the idea of democracy, government for the people, instead of higher up people, the oligarchies, the rich landowners saying what to do. Now we have a unified voice of all people. This is very important because obviously this is where America gets a lot of its great ideas from. Then there's the class system. The Greeks have the aristoi. These are the wealthy upper class people. They hold high positions in office. They own great land near the city, and it's protected by the local militia, the army, if you will. The middle class is your businessmen, who they are the trades, they're merchants, they sell stuff on market streets, just the general ins and out of a mom and pop store. Then there's the third class, the poor class. These are your farmers. They own decent land. They live on the outskirts of a city. They're not necessarily protected by the army. So if someone was to raid them, they'd be the first to go. But they own decent money. They kind of support themselves. They're the remnants of what's left of the agriculture. But yeah, that is kind of how Greece is run at the time. Thank you.